Hi there, I'm Laura, and along with my partner Tebow and a team of inquisitive teens, we produce this series that answers the questions about what teenagers are really all about. Well, they actually produce it, and edit it, and write it, and host it. They do it all. It's pretty amazing. So given the resources, the guidance, and the reins, let's see what they come up with. You in? Today on Teenage Critic, it's officially winter time. Freezing cold outside, and we're always looking for something fun to do indoors. Today they head over to Town Hall Lanes and go duckpin bowling in Johnston, and then they head out to Foxborough Stadium where they do 5 Wits program Espionage. It's a ton of fun, so stick around.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Michaela, and I'm here in Johnston, Rhode Island at Town Hall Lane Bowling, and we're about to do some cosmic bowling. But right now I'm here with Terry. She works here, and she's going to answer a few questions about duckpin bowling. So how big are the balls used for duckpin bowling?
They run anywhere from 3 pounds 10 ounces to 3 pounds 12 ounces, and they're about 5 inches in diameter.
And do you offer regular bowling or just duckpin?
We have duckpin. We call this regular bowling.
So do you do other events besides cosmic bowling here?
We have a lot of leagues that we have a night. Every night we have leagues. Friday nights and Saturday nights is our cosmic bowl.
What time and when do you do cosmic bowling?
Cosmic bowling, Friday nights and Saturday nights from 7 to closing.
And could you just give me a summary of the cosmic bowling experience?
Cosmic bowling experience. Well, you come in, the lights are down, the music's blaring, the lights are flashing, the disco ball's going, and a lot of people get into it and they get dancing and bowling at the same time.
Is there an age limit on your bowling alley?
We prefer a 4 and up because the little kids kind of have a hard time. They squish their fingers and they can't get the ball down because they're not strong enough. So we say like 4 and over.
And how long have you worked here at this bowling alley?
I've been here for 10 years.
How long has this specific bowling alley been open for?
Oh, over 50 years. Been here over 50.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you. If you have any more questions, I'm here.
Thank you. The team is actually here with me at Town Hall Lanes. I'm with Haley, Dakota, and Montana. We're going to go watch them do some bowling, so don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Montana, and we're at bowling, and I'm having a lot of fun today. And I'm here with my brother, Dakota, and the whole teenage cast. And, well, it's really fun. What do you think of it? So stick around. Well, on this side, I'm winning, and on that side, Haley's mom is winning.
Today we're here, as you can see, Montana's getting ready to take a throw. Let's see how she does. Woo! Good job! And I gotta say, it's a really fun place to be. It's real fun. Haley, are you having a great time?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Cheers to that one.
Town Hall Lanes in Johnston, Rhode Island is a ton of fun. They're equipped with full shoe rentals, duckpin balls, a concession stand, a full bar, and a vintage field. They're available for private parties. They have leagues and just public bowl. Coming up next, we've got some real vintage footage that gives us a few lessons on how to bowl.
Hello, everyone. This is bowling skill as described by yours truly, Ted Husing, and these velvety bowling greens are in Arroyo Seco Park, Los Angeles. The sport of lawn bowling dates back 4,000 years and today is popular around the world. First, the jack ball is rolled out by the side which has won the toss. This starts the contest. Then the idea is to get the ball close to the jack by displacing the opponent's closest ball with a direct or carom shot. Now we present duckpins, a popular type of bowling. Ah, but why shouldn't it be popular? Here is a bevy of beauties from the Earl Carroll Theater at the Hollywood Outdoor Lanes. Say, I would duck anything to bowl in this league. Uh-oh. Usually played on indoor alleys, it nevertheless is popular outdoors in warm climates. Do you know that bowling is America's leading competitive sport? There are more bowlers than golfers and tennis players combined. Yes, twice as many. 12 million men, women, and youngsters bowling regularly. Set 'em up, Toots. We're going on to more serious rolling. Wow, what a roll when they all bowl. 52 alleys in a line. This is Ted Husing speaking statistically and informing you that the modern game of 10 pins is today America's most popular sport with over 20 million strike makers. Modern equipment has streamlined the game with electric foul line detectors. Hits and misses are projected on a screen by a scorecaster. A break keeps heavy balls from bruising careless fingers. From 7 to 70, they all bowl. Grandson, grandpa or grandma, brother or sister, Mrs. or Mr. The modern bowl center is a far cry from the old-fashioned alley hangout. Today it's the All-America Family Recreational Center. Each bowler striving for that perfect score of 300, which means 12 consecutive perfect rolls or strikes. And yet with millions of bowlers in more millions of games, there are less than 300 perfect games rolled each year. But then, one never gives up hope, and youth is always in there trying. Here's Ned Day at his own alleys in Santa Monica, California. Ned is world's match play champion. He says the first necessity for good bowling is proper footwear. You see, one shoe has a leather sole, and the other is of rubber, allowing you to slide and break at the same time in your delivery. Day knows whereof he speaks. He has instructed over 10,000 bowlers and holds more records than you could shake a stick at. Your game is as good as your footwork. Using either a 3, 4, or 5-step delivery, you approach the foul mark in a straight line with your knees slightly bent and your body relaxed and balanced. Remember, a straight ball is the easiest one to control. As in golf, a smooth follow-through and perfect balance completes a perfect delivery and should result in a perfect score. A straight ball is best delivered on the right side of the alley and should have a direct line of flight to hit evenly between the number 1 and number 3 pins. A curved or hook ball is used by most champions because of its greater strike percentage. It is thrown out towards the gutter, allowing the curve to bring it back to the 1 3-pin pocket. A checkered flag is used to block Day's vision of the pins. He proves if you're a good spot bowler, you don't need to see the pins. He knows the exact point to set his ball down, and wham! Any instruction applicable to men is just as valuable for women. Of course, the girlfriend uses a lighter ball. Then she should not try to bowl in high-heeled shoes. And it's advisable to dress comfortably so she can stretch and bend freely. Like golf, it's largely a matter of timing, balance, and follow-through. And the fair sex must always keep in mind it is not necessary to roll a fast ball to score well. She takes her stance about 12 feet back of the foul line, and she's all set. Say, you'd bowl them over in any league. And now we present Andy Varipapa, the world's top flight artist of trick and fancy bowling. He's the only expert who is completely ambidextrous. He can throw sharp-shooting bullseye hooks with either hand. Now, going from left to right hand is absolutely no trouble at all. He's the original Handy Andy man.
And that's how it's done. Let's see how the kids do. They're having a blast.
Hi, this is Cole Khaleesi, and you're watching Teenage Critic. We are duckpin bowling at Town Hall Lanes. So, did you guys like it?
Yeah.
Affirmative.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had a chance to get in there. It's kind of really hard. So, what was the hardest part did you think?
The hardest part I think above all would be trying to hit the pins. Above all, would be trying to hit the pins and getting I think it's called a strike.
Yeah. When you hit all of them, it's a strike. What do you think?
Well, it's hard, like, if you get them all out, and then, like, it's that one last one that you really want to get.
I think getting a grip on the ball is the hardest part, because it's so heavy.
Yeah. Now, Haley, is this any different than bowling with the regular size ball?
Probably. This one's a little smaller, so it's easier to hold, and the other one's really big, so.
Yeah. So, what do you think is more harder?
I gotta say it was most hard to control the ball. Because basically when they have the bigger ball, you have the three. You have your thumb, first and second finger, and you're able to push it and have more control. But now it's like you're just using one hand, you have less control.
I think that too. If you've never been duckpin bowling before, I suggest to come here. You heard this on Teenage Critic. This is Cole Khaleesi signing off.
Up next, as promised, the kids head over to Foxborough Stadium and do the 5 Wits program, Espionage. It's an interactive game that they will never forget. Stay tuned for that and something special at the end.
Hey guys, it's Frankie here with Teenage Critic. We're in Foxborough, Massachusetts, here at 5 Wits Spy Museum because it's almost February and it's freezing and we're looking for some inside activities to do. So I'm super excited and let's go.
You guys are here for the mission, right? Alright, so it's been a slight problem. Your mission briefing location has been compromised. So enemy agents know exactly where your mission briefing disc is. So I have this envelope right here. Inside is a decoy. Do not open it, it will explode. Alright, so I need you guys to beat enemy agents to the real mission briefing discs somewhere in the stadium. So
Disabled. I'm disabled.
I used to go on Facebook! Yes!
So cool.
Great! You see anything you like so far? Okay, good communication skills. Excellent.
I'm disabled.
What's happening? What are you guys doing?
Agents, we're happy to have you on the team today for this critical mission. I am the Deputy Director of Intelligence, speaking to you from headquarters. My boss, Director Cavendish, has asked me to share some disturbing news.
I got some plus swimming again.
I fixed it. You're welcome. I fixed it. It's okay. You're welcome. Everybody good?
So the kids.
Okay.
Want me to do
That could have gone a little bit better. I apologize for that. So much for state inspections. Easy done. You got it, Frankie. Right over there. Perfect. Okay, next person. This is next.
You did it, Frankie. Thank God you're with us.
I'm scared.
Not too bad.
I'm gonna pee.
A word of caution, we are about to head into the Ball Corps headquarters. You might have extra here. You might not need all that.
Alright, this is 3, so we can switch it up.
So you know I was with you the whole time, right? So there's no way I could have initiated the upload. Where are you going? Let's figure out who the mole is. Hang on, which panel did you guys even hack?
That one.
Okay, so Tech Ops!
Fill you in.
Sounds like a trace help. It's a good thing we managed to hack that.
Glad to see you escape that blast. Well, it wasn't perfect, but you came close enough, and luck favors the prepared.
I think it's.
When your trace pointed
She's
back
mom.
to the vicinity around headquarters, we immediately locked down security and began sweeping the area. And you will never guess who I caught trying to bypass our checkpoint.
Morgan Freeman?
The deputy director himself.
What?
He was nearly running out of the building, which seemed a little suspicious to me.
Hey guys, it's Michaela from Teenage Critic, and today I'm here with Zephyr, and we're at 5 Wits in Foxborough, Massachusetts. We just went through the espionage show, and right now, as you can see, we're in front of the 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We're in front of that set. So could you tell us a little bit more about your job here?
Sure. As far as me personally, I actually wear many hats here. I'm a shift manager. I guide on weekdays like you guys just saw together. Now, as you may have guessed, I am not in fact a rug salesman. My name is Zephyr. I've been assigned to work with you guys as your senior operations officer. Now, normally that means I'd be responsible for briefing us on whatever's going on here, but kind of rushed out here today from headquarters. I understand that one of you has some sort of intel or briefing for me. Is that correct?
I have the CD.
You have the CD. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. And what was your name?
Sydney.
Sydney. Great. Thanks for holding on to that, Sydney. If anything bad had happened to it, it would have been entirely your fault. So, and then I also do some of the technical maintenance on the shows as well. You know, we get a very large amount of traffic, so every so often something will have to be looked at or inspected or fixed, and that's my job when it comes up.
So you guys have 2 shows here, Espionage and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Do those ever switch out? Like, do you get new shows?
These shows are actually both permanent installations. They are here to stay for as long as we're here. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're exactly the same every time. For instance, the show that you guys saw today, Espionage, actually has 5 different endings. You guys got one of the good endings. Those endings will vary based on how well you do. And also the puzzles are not necessarily going to be exactly the same every time, like some of the solutions are randomly generated based on your input.
He was like, tell us if you hear a garden. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hear someone and I'm gonna freak out.
Watch the blades, it's cooking a little bit dicey. Alright, straight to the main door into the lab. Should take us inside. Close around there. And, no, go ahead and get close.
We should try to fix it.
Fine. And then, if you want to maybe keep in that way.
Let's make them all go. We'll all die together.
It's not exploding. You guys might want to take a look at this. Come on, just get out, get in the bunker. Go, 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 go. Okay, so Tech Ops! Tech Ops, I reach you, buddy. We're good, we're good.
You guys scared me half to death.
Scared you?
I didn't know if you got out of that okay, and then I heard the blast. Wow.
No, man, we're fine. We hacked the trace like you wanted. What happened? What's going on? We couldn't quite finish it over there.
Big news. While you guys were in that blast chamber, a lot has happened. We weren't able to completely finish the trace, but you got me through enough security that I was able to create this video link.
There's some really cool variants to 20,000 Leagues as well, because every guide does a different show. We're actually not scripted in there, so everything that we're doing is pretty much off the cuff. Like, we have a few things that we know work, but we kind of tailor it to the individual group. And 20,000 Leagues itself, we actually have a few additional surprises. We're working on something pretty cool that we're hoping to put in the first room of the show in a couple of months here. So you can get a different experience every time you come, really.
So the one thing I noticed was that you were a pretty good actor. Do you have to be an actor to work here?
You don't. It's not required. It does help you. You don't necessarily have to have theater experience. We will train you up a little bit, but it does certainly help if you're applying.
And do you guys do like birthday parties or private events?
We do all kinds of events. We do corporate groups, birthday parties, you name it, we've done it. I actually just spoke to someone on the phone the other day who was interested in doing a high school graduation trip here, and they wanted to actually rent the facility after hours and come in and do all the shows and everything.
So who builds the sets for you guys?
Good question. We do. Actually, Five Wits has a sister company or a parent company, some kind of familial company. Five Wits Productions. So that's actually down the road in Norwood. Everything that you see here is completely homegrown. It's all designed and built and fabricated in-house by Five Wits Productions. Everything that we do, you name it, there's scenic painters, there's engineers, there's mechanical and electrical guys, there's construction workers, all across. There's a really wide variety of people that work there.
So in Espionage, you guys had the lasers. What would really happen if you walked right through it?
Well, actually, you guys saw what happened when the guard came to check us out. That's, again, not a scripted event. That will happen if you trigger too many lasers. The guard will come to take a look. Everything in the shows has a consequence and a reaction to it. So interactive is not something that we take lightly.
So could you just give us a couple details on price, accessibility, and just times you guys are open and everything?
Sure. We are open pretty much every day except for Monday. We're open from 11 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturday we actually stay open until 10 p.m. We'll extend our hours during February vacations and breaks and that kind of thing. As far as price goes, there's actually a few different options. To do a single show, the ticket is $18 for adults or $14 for children 12 and under. We actually have a combo ticket, which saves you a little bit of money. That's the best deal you can get. That's both shows for $28 for adults and $23 for kids. You can even split that up over 2 different days. As far as accessibility, it's really all across the board. Both of the shows are ADA compatible. And also you have a guide with you the whole time, so if anything comes up, you can always talk to us. We are overly friendly. And I'm sorry, what else was it you said? Accessibility. Oh, right, and ages. Ages are actually a little bit interesting. It kind of depends on the individual. We generally don't recommend bringing very small children, particularly under the age of 7. As you experience, the shows are quite intense. There's a lot of loud noises and dark moments. Plus, the whole thing is, story elements and logic puzzles. So I really wouldn't recommend it for small children. Other than that, though, it is really all across the board. The guide, like I said, will tailor it based on the group. We actually do, every Friday night, we have an adults night, which is just 18 and over.
So this is a really fun experience. I think you guys should all come to Patriots Place or Syracuse when it opens up and check out Five Wits. I went through Espionage, but I'm sure 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is just as fun. So thank you so much for talking to us, Zephyr, and stay tuned for more Teenage Critic.
Hello, I'm Simon Toefield, and this is the Simon's Cat Story. I've always loved to draw. As far back as I can remember, I've always been drawing. As a boy growing up in Leighton Buzzard, I'd love to draw wildlife. I was especially interested in drawing birds, and I'd draw on any paper I could find. I got my first cat when I was 9 years old. Her name was Shelley, and she was a very shy, very timid little farm cat. As I got older, I kept on drawing and drawing. Still, wildlife was my favourite subject. But I also started to get interested in doing animation around about that time too. I thought I'd teach myself to animate by creating flip books, which were basically big fat pads of paper, which I drew in from the back and worked my way forward. And when they were flicked, they created animation, and I was hooked. Drawing was the only thing I could really do, so I became an animator. Back then, we used to sit at old wooden light boxes, drawing on animation paper. I worked like this as a commercial animator for about 13 years, mostly doing adverts for TV. I thought I'd better have a go at making digital animation. I needed to teach myself this new way of animating. I was still drawing hundreds of pictures, but drawing them onto the Wacom tablet, straight into the computer. So I made my short film about my own cat Hugh, trying to get my attention in the morning to be fed. Although I didn't know at the time, someone copied this little film off my showreel and uploaded it onto YouTube. And by the time I saw it, and realised what had happened, the film had become very popular. So in 2008, we launched the official Simon's Cat YouTube channel and the simonscat.com website. The character of Simon's Cat still doesn't really have a proper name, but in real life, I've got 4 cats. There's Little Jess, Big Maisie, Greedy Hugh, and Fluffy Teddy. And so between all 4 of them, they give me loads of ideas and stories for Simon's Cat. People often ask me, why don't we release Simon's Cat films more often? The truth is, it takes about 2 to 3 months to make a Simon's Cat film. I first work on the story idea, and then it takes most of that time to get the animation done. I've got a small team of very talented animators helping me now. I direct the episodes and we work together to create the films. Although we're working on computers, Simon's Cat is all hand-drawn animation. It's made frame by frame, and it just takes a long time to make each episode. I'm still drawing all the time, filling up sketchbooks with ideas for stories and gags. I feel really lucky to be doing what I love. And it's fantastic to know that there's an audience out there waiting to see what Simon's Cat gets up to next.